this is enough for me. Never meant to be a winner, never meant to be a quitter, but this is how I lose satisfaction.
Hi, Apostate Ashley here, your favorite ex-pastor, now atheist. I would like to briefly talk to you about the cult leader, Kent Hovind. Kent Hovind is a commune cult leader out of Lenox, Alabama, that previously spent 9 years in prison for tax evasion. He is mostly known for his anti-evolution rhetoric that is used as a facade to hide behind the horrific things that he actually does within his commune cult. I believe if we only knew what he has done within the property of Dinosaur Adventure Land, we would be shocked. I first became aware of Kent Hovind when I saw a debate between him and Aaron Ra. At first, I thought he was just a young Earth creationist, until I looked into him a bit further. I then came across an interview of his ex-wife, Cindy Lincoln, who had just escaped the cult at the time. I felt compelled to reach out to her and interview her to find out what the details were for myself. Ever since then, I have felt fully invested in following the happenings of Hovind due to the apparent danger of those still within his commune cult. I believe this man to be a malignant narcissist, a possible psychopath, but most definitely a con man. There have always been countless rumors of Hovind and how dangerous he actually is, from how he treated his first wife and his son Eric. However, there have also been countless rumors of Hovind and the dangerous and evil things that he has done to innocent people within DAL this time around since getting out of prison. He is currently in a legal battle with his third wife, Cindy Lincoln, for physical abuse when he slammed her on the ground as she started to figure out some of his secrets. He is also guilty of narcissistic abuse and conning her out of upwards of $100,000. Cindy is unfortunately not the only one that he has conned out of mass amounts of money. He has done this to countless individuals and families, then has them run off of his commune. He has a crafty way of doing this by offering the ability to build a cabin or reside in one already built on the property of DAL. However, once they are kicked off of the property, these people do not have much of a leg to stand on, since these cabins are physically located on the property of DAL that is owned by Hovind himself. The commune is a mix of criminals, innocent people trying to get their life on track, and families with children. These members believe that they are giving their time and attention to a legit ministry, trying to do good things for others. The members are expected to keep to a rigorous schedule with full dedication to their posts within the DAL museum. He works them to exhaustion, while he and his lackeys tend to their illegal activities. Steve Lynn, one of Hovind's lackeys, is known for his alleged threat with a gun to run Cindy Lincoln off of the property and from her own home, as well as possibly trafficking hard drugs through the cult. Ernie Land, another lackey, is his financial guy, and one can only assume that he's helping him cook the books, considering the prior prison time for tax evasion. Matt Powell, another lackey that has recently left DAL for unknown reasons, is known for his anti-LGBTQ rhetoric. However, there are 2 other lackeys that Hovind has openly welcomed into his cult that are known pedophiles. Chris Jones has a record of his pedophilia, and Brady Byram has an alleged agreement with his former family that he would never contact them again due to him sexually abusing his own daughter. Mark Stoney, who is a cult escapee, has a YouTube channel almost entirely dedicated to exposing Hovind, which was where I heard an audio of a phone conversation Mark had with one of Chris Jones' victims. Chris Jones allegedly played a strip poker game with a 12-year-old boy named Zaire. Chris Jones also allegedly slept in the same bed as Zaire on the DAL property. In the phone conversation Mark Stoney had with Zaire, he sadly confirmed that these suspicions were true. This was known to Hovind, and he still allowed Chris Jones and Brady Byram to be associated with the cult. Another disturbing instance was when Mark Stoney found out that his young daughter had been taken into Kent Hovind's bedroom to give him therapeutic massages. It is rumored that this was not the only young child he had done this with, and it can only be assumed that this is a part of his grooming process with young children. Another terrifying story of DAL is when a family came to visit and receive a tour. One of their young children drowned and died in their pond. Directly after the drowning, Hovind decided to go live on YouTube to quickly glaze over the tragedy and have the family give a quick review of their great visit at DAL, in spite of the shock of their child just dying moments prior. If these things are the known happenings of what is happening within the cult, I can only imagine what horrific things are still unknown. I am positive we would all be utterly disgusted. Prior to technology advancement, Hovind had numerous VHS tapes of his anti-evolution teachings, as well as speaking engagements in churches. In the more recent years, he had started a few YouTube channels to hide behind the facade of his anti-evolution rhetoric. His most well-known YouTube channel was under Kent Hovind Official, and that was terminated as of 3 days ago, February 6th. An alt account under Dinosaur Adventure Land was also terminated as of 2 days ago, February 7th. Matt Powell, a lackey of Hovind's, had put up a pre-transition picture of my friend Bree and dead named her publicly without a care of how damaging that behavior would be. Upon looking for more alt accounts, I found Doc Dino that had not been terminated as of yet. On the Doc Dino channel, they posted a recent Whack an Atheist Wednesday episode that also had pre-transition and post-transition pictures of an atheist trans woman and dead named her as well. It has been rumored that the reason for these terminations is because in one of their most recent videos, they called for the execution of members of the LGBTQ community. In a recent video on the Dinosaur Adventure Land channel, prior to being terminated, claimed that in order to get their subscribers back, all they needed to do was pay a $4,000 fee. However, I don't think it quite works that way when you're most likely terminated for spewing these hateful suggestions. He claimed that the termination was due to atheists and jealous Christians who reported his content. YouTube has the ability to terminate an account if there are too many community guideline strikes, or even just one piece of content that is severe enough to deserve immediate removal of the channel. They also have the ability to contact law enforcement if it's severe enough, and one can only hope that that will happen. Let's all hope that one day Hovind will no longer be able to hide behind this facade of his anymore, but to be found out by the authorities. What is actually happening at the commune cult Dinosaur Adventure Land in Lenox, Alabama, led by cult leader Kent Hovind?